Chapter 7. A Forced Smile. Ava, over here! Lost in the surge of bodies and the deafening music. Ava Hart spotted her friends waving hard. She lifted her hand and waved back, then picked her way over on slim heels. At the booth, she hugged the two friends she hadn't seen in ages. "You came back and didn't even tell us. If I hadn't seen your performance clip trending, I wouldn't know you were home." Autumn scolded, tapping Ava's shoulder. Lena echoed her, and then remembered something, her expression hard to describe. "You just got back. Do you know your ex and your half-sister are getting engaged in October?" Inch New Harbor, everyone knew. Grace Hart had pined after Adrian Pierce. Back when Ava and Adrian were still together, that was common knowledge, which was why Ava's friends never liked Grace much. Liking your sister's boyfriend was shameless. "I know." Ava smiled and nodded. Laughter shone in her eyes, with a hairline fracture underneath. The smile at her mouth was a little forced. Autumn and Lena had known her for years. They could see through a forced smile in a heartbeat. "She really begged for it," Lena snorted. At first, Mr. Pierce wouldn't even see her. She kept showing up at the hospital like she had no self-respect and got told off by Adrian. "Didn't expect she'd actually lick her way in," Autumn added dryly. From them, Ava learned that Adrian and Grace had officially started dating a year ago. In other words, Grace had chased for 5 years to earn the title girlfriend. Ava's fingers curled slightly. She thought, Adrian couldn't love Grace that much. Otherwise, with his personality, he wouldn't have made her wait 5 years. Maybe he'd reached the age where he needed a wife. He was 29. A woman like Grace, single-minded, throwing her whole heart at him, beautiful and well-mannered, was undeniably a safe choice. Ava's expression dimmed. She forced a smile. "It's on me too. Young and reckless. I went abroad for my dream. Otherwise..." Before she could finish, both friends ached for her. Autumn comforted her. "You got an offer from your dream school. No one knows better than we do how much you suffered for ballet. Opportunities like that are rare. You weren't wrong. It just wasn't meant to be." Lena nodded quickly. "You're breathtaking on stage. Living for yourself isn't wrong. You're successful now, aren't you? It's just a man. Curl your finger and they'll line up to fall at your feet." Ava had been pretty as porcelain since she was little, and bright as a small sun. Men had always swarmed her. Back when she dated Adrian, the guys didn't dare openly compete with him, so they snuck up to Ava to offer themselves as secret side pieces. They promised to be good and keep it hidden. She and teenage Autumn had their worldview shattered, and then they laughed till they cried. The pretty boy's cheeks burned red. The sun was brutal that day, and he was sweating. Whether from heat or nerves, who knew? Ava had handed him a handkerchief and said gently, "Thank you for liking me and being willing to wrong yourself for me. But I like my boyfriend, and I don't want to hurt him. I won't do anything against him. I believe you will find a girl who is worth your liking and who likes you back." Rejected this softly, the boy fell even harder. "Okay, enough of that. We haven't seen each other properly in ages. How are you two in New Harbor lately?" Ava steered the topic away and started probing for city news. Since she was back, she'd be the crowd magnet Ava again. She needed to know which families had risen in the last 5 years and which had declined. She was 24. It was time to start selecting an appropriate marriage partner. Pick slowly now and marry in 2 or 3 years. Her mother would never care about a strategic match. Mom only believed in love. Grace, raised by Mom, had the same romance-pilled brain. Ava's stance on marriage had always been alliance. Marry up, one rung above Grace. In New Harbor, finding someone above Adrian Pierce was hard, which was exactly why she couldn't let Grace marry him. From her friends, she got a quick map of 6 years of rises and falls. New powerhouses, waning houses, and among the risers, peers her own age. Autumn's suggestion of a welcome party started to sound perfect. That's the spirit. You keep a low profile, but old Joe and the guys are dying to host you a welcome back, Lena teased. While you were gone, you should have seen that pack, like dogs without a master. That whole group could play together because of Ava. The girls had all been brought in by her. As for the guys, they pushed their way in any gap they found, shamelessly. Even when Ava had a boyfriend, they acted blind. Adrian had chewed a lot of vinegar over it, showing up after lectures to pick her up from high school. No dog followed closer. Ava arched a brow and smiled, not taking the bait. She wanted to say that while they hadn't found a master, the women around them surely never ran dry. But that would clash with her gentle angel persona, so she shut up. After a while, Lena dragged them to dance. Nightclubs weren't really Ava's scene anymore. At first abroad, she trained daily, then classes and dating. Once she got some name value, performances kept her busy. Tonight, though, she wore a little camisole and jeans, clean lines, every curve in place, and let the beat carry her. Suddenly, she bumped someone. She turned to apologize and saw a familiar face. Wesley Hale. "Oh," Ava blurted. "What a coincidence. Again?" Wesley's mouth lifted bright. Cupping his hands to his mouth, he shouted over the music. Ava pointed toward the booth to suggest they talk there. They left the floor together, but just as they reached the booth, someone caught her hand. "Come meet my friends,"